There are a lot of accomplishments, and it's hard to single one out. But if I had to single one out, I think the one that sticks with me the most is after he retired from Congress, the Speaker called him back and they gave him special honor for his years of service. And he was honored as a very distinguished member of Congress. And there were Democrats and Republicans alike in that audience awarding him their highest honor. And that said a lot to me about the type of person he was and how he carried himself in the halls of Congress.
So I'm sure you had the chance to go to Washington to see him
Yeah,
in action, right?
I did.
Any
I did.
special memory of that or any yeah.
You know, there were a lot, but I think the one that sticks with me the most was that when Nelson Mandela um, was released from prison, and he came to the United States and toured the United States, and he came and he addressed a joint session of Congress, and I was lucky enough to be up in the gallows there to be able to watch and see that. And I looked at my dad's face and the pride that he had in watching Nelson Mandela, who had been in prison for so many years and now was a free man, not knowing at that time that he would go on to become president of the country that imprisoned him. Um, I think it was a very special moment for him and a very special moment for me. Yeah.
Just two other quick. How would
Sure.
your father, you think, like to be remembered?
I think he would want to be remembered as someone who did his best for the people he represented, and that he fought for them hard, but in doing so, he always tried to keep in mind the dignity of the person he was dealing with. And it was never personal for him, and he never made it personal. It was all about policy, and it was all about delivering good constituent services.
Anything else you'd like to share?
You know, the public oftentimes saw Lou Stokes, the politician, or Lou Stokes, the lawyer, arguing a case before the Supreme Court. For me and my siblings, and I think my mother and all of the family members closest to us, it was about the great father, the great husband, the great grandfather. We loved him, and he always loved having family around him. He was always about family. And in February, we celebrated his 90th birthday. And we said, well, what do you want, Dad? Do you want a big bash or this, that, and the other? And finally he said, you know, I just want my immediate family around me. You know, the kids, the grandkids, some really special close cousins. And that was it. And he was in heaven by just having that crowd. And I think that says a lot about the type of person he ultimately was.